We're going to jump into our second game now. It's going to be Moonlade's map, Moonlight Madness.
Yep.
Let's see if Flash can continue with this momentum. He's now got 6 games in a row against Protoss.
Just based on what we've seen from this map already and what we saw from Maru earlier, I think Colossi are very weak on this map.
Yep. Well, let's see what he decides to do here. Let's jump into the game right now. Moonlight Madness.
KT 롤스터 플래시 이영호 vs SK텔레콤 T1 클래식 김도우.
Up here in the top right in the red, our Terran player looking good in that last game. It is Flash.
To the bottom left in yellow, Classic misreading the situation, ended up being fatal for him.
Yeah. You know, we talk about how that map is pretty good for Terran. That's one of the reasons, but also, like, where was Classic going with his army? You know, you also have to think about that. I think he saw that army coming in. I mean, he had five observers out on the map. Also the hallucination.
Yeah. He knew. He absolutely knew. I think he just misread the size of it. I think that whole game he was just like kind of playing under like false pretenses of what Flash was doing and how long that base was there. So it was a game that, like, after that third base was left alone and Classic's third was so late, so delayed, it was going to be a battle of Flash's macro that was what won him the game more than anything else. And I know a lot of people... That's
They're so embarrassed.
Well, it's usually the girl that rests on the guy's shoulder, but, you know, sometimes you had a hard day. It's tough.
Out of there.
Yeah. So, as I was saying...
Pardon the interruption.
Awkward couple interruption. The battle was, again, Flash's macros that won him that game. And a lot of people criticize Starcraft 2 for being a game that is often decided by one battle. But I think that's just simply not true. In this game, though, and that last game, when you're that behind, it can be that way. You pull the SCVs and you win. It's like, if you're as smart as Flash and you have as much experience as Flash, like, it's like a simple math equation in your head. You're like, okay, I just scanned. He has this much stuff. I'm going to add the Ghost Academy, have 3 ghosts, and physically cannot have enough stuff by the time I get there. It's impossible.
Ooh, look at what Classic is going for here. He's taking both gases, 3 workers in each gas. Looks like it's going to be a proxy.
Yeah, definitely is. And the SCV will scout. Pylon is missing. There's no unit to deny the SCV scout, so he will be able to get in there and see that.
Great scout here from Flash. I love that he's not playing greedy after that win. SCV into Reaper is about as safe as you can be, because SCV comes in and sees everything, just like you said, and then Reaper's like, oh, something's missing. Let me check the map.
Yep. Should go check the third base location that's to the left of the main and then go down to where the proxy is. It's actually sending the Reaper across the map.
Huh.
So
well, maybe he's saying he can get some damage here before the first Stalker's out. Maybe he knows and he's acknowledging that there is a Stargate somewhere on the map. He's already making an engineering bay. This is so smart from Flash.
I think you're absolutely right, man. I think you're absolutely right. This is going to do some damage potentially here.
Or at least force some pulls. You know, the economy of Classic isn't the best at this moment in time.
You know, it's like this feeling of acceptance. It's like acknowledging he loses the Reaper, which is a bit of a mistake, but he's acknowledging that there is a Stargate proxy. It doesn't really matter where it is because he's going to have the same response. And the proxy factory is his response beyond the turrets that he's making.
I mean, the Reaper's not going to get over there and kill the pylon. We've seen it get close at times, but it doesn't seem to line up that way usually in most games. So the Oracle's going to come out here. He's going to have a bunker at the front. He's going to have a missile turret in the back, defending that mineral line. And he's also got a proxy factory, which it seems Classic hasn't identified.
You know what? He doesn't have enough Marines, though. I think he's actually going to need a Widow Mine ASAP. Oh, actually, no, he can't because his factory's not there. What am I thinking?
Oh,
like, he doesn't have enough Marines. He's not going to get in the bunker with these 2. And the Stalker could actually come into the main base right now.
Why did he go that way? He should have just come in. What? fleet beacon.
Okay, it's the Rotterdam build.
Roddy build makes a second appearance here.
Yep. Classic did it in the finals versus Dream, and he's going to do it again here on this map. But he's going to have very few units to deal with the Widow Mines, and he's not going to have detection except for the Oracle. And I think he knows at this point it's a proxy factory, because where else would it be? He's on one base, there's nothing hidden. He's checking all over the map for it right now, checking for hidden bases. And Classic is just really misreading things today. Looking for hidden bases over this. Very late pull is going to cost him. How much?
Just one. Yeah, really good pull. Great split there towards the end.
He doesn't have enough energy for detection yet, but I think he will shortly. He needs about like 10 more seconds. It's going to be too long for the Widow Mine to get a second hit, I believe.
And Classic going for the Roddy build. I mean, he is going to have one Tempest out here, but nothing to spot. Thinking about this map, I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of space there behind the main.
This is actually getting really close to that second Widow Mine detonation.
Ooh, and that was close.
Okay.
That split wasn't the best, but just barely going to be enough.
He needs to split this Widow Mine off. He can actually survive with that Widow Mine for long enough for that detection to expire. No. But the third Widow Mine is coming in now.
Here's the first Tempest.
Okay,
by the way, at the same time.
See how much damage this gets done. He's actually very aggressively in the base right now. There's very few Marines that are actually out of position. Flash is just going to go for the push.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think this is actually the right choice.
He can't defend that Tempest with only Marines. No way. You can just micro there behind the mineral line. The Tempest, even though it has that huge range and it is going to slowly poke here, it's pretty slow about killing all these SCVs.
I actually think he should pull SCVs with this attack. What is he going to do with the extra money with no extra production? He has added no production. He has no extra CC. Ooh. Oh, he cannot be losing these Widow Mines like this. It's going to hurt the push quite substantially. All right, bunkers need to be made. That's where he needs to put his money right now.
No Mothership Core right now.
Stim is almost finished as well. This is a crazy game.
We got a Viking on the way. He has pulled a lot of SCVs.
Oh, the Oracle goes down. Probes are fighting Marines. Does he have enough? I don't think so.
This is way too many Marines.
Yeah, more reinforcements coming. The Zealot's going to get targeted down. Great micro here from Flash. And perfect positioning against the probes in that location there in between the gateways.
Look at the pylon. It's going to go down here really soon. He gets 2 more warp ins, but still, is that going to be enough? Look at how many SCVs are even here to tank.
I'm trying to figure out, like, mathematically if there's a way for Classic to win this with the Tempest that he has. He only has 2. I don't think so.
He can't kill the buildings fast enough.
Yeah, like, Flash should theoretically be able to kill the buildings fast enough. Okay, it's all about the micro right now. This game is still winnable for both players.
Yeah, you got to be really careful with how many times you stim too.
All these Marines are in the red. Look at this. He's going to pick them up one by one. He's going to pick them up one by one. Stims again. Stalker goes down.
He has enough for one more Oracle. He's making it right now.
Oh my God. Is Classic going to win this game? I think he certainly might. Right now, the workers, 11 probes versus 20 SCVs. 2 Vikings, not enough to kill 2 Tempests. There are 14 Marines. This is going to be all about the micro. Most of his Marines cannot stim. And actually, several of them are dying to probes right now. Classic's base is being revealed, but he has so many buildings on the map. Killing them in time is going to be difficult. So Flash is trying to kill. He's trying to go back and mine more to make more units.
Yeah, but look at this. Oracle intercepts all the SCVs coming back. He's going to get so many of these.
All right, 3 Marines now being produced at a time. And now, right now, he might be thinking that he should have not used that Oracle this way. He might want to use the fight Marines. But the Vikings are coming back on the hunt. Killing the Vikings is the top priority right now for those Tempests. If he can kill the Vikings, the Oracle is going to be his best tool at killing these Marines. This is crazy what we're watching right now.
Insane game.
Now, Classic has 1 probe left. Not enough money to make anything. So the buildings you see are the buildings you're going to get for the rest of this game for him. Flash, on the other hand, can still mine. There's his last probe. All right, he's lifted here.
Keep in mind, Flash doesn't know how many minerals Classic has at this point in time.
Yeah, that's why he's trying to target this probe down. Oh, decides not to.
He also doesn't know how many probes are on the map. He's just trying to make as many units as possible and kill all the buildings. Of course, Classic is being revealed right now. He doesn't have a Nexus. Flash is slowly picking at the buildings in the main, but it looks like the Oracle's going back to try to deal with those Marines.
I feel like I think Classic has this game won no matter what. He's going to kill these Marines. But the only thing he should be concerned about is the Marines coming out. He's more concerned about killing the Orbital. But actually, a few more Marines do come out. But those Tempests still have full shields. I can't imagine a world where Flash wins this game anymore.
Oh, man. He just barely misses that Oracle.
That's huge.
He was all by himself.
He's trying to build that Marine count now. Marine count currently at 6, and they're all joined up. 6 Marines cannot kill 2 Tempests, but with Vikings and Stim, it's making the fight even.
Yeah, I think the only choice here for Flash is try to target down all the buildings. These
fact,
Tempests are going to be very slow.
I think Flash should have landed and dropped Mules. Like, flying the orbital is keeping the Tempest away from his base. Okay, Vikings are landed here, which is kind of the comical situation. Because now this Oracle's going to kill 2 Marines. But he's going to lose
But it
it.
will go down, yep. And that is huge.
All right, so on the map right now, 6 Marines and 2 Vikings versus 2 Tempests and a Probe. The Marines have Stim to rush and kill the buildings. So they're, not at full health either, mind you. It's now going to kill the pylon powering this fleet beacon. But there are 3 buildings on the other side of the map still. Actually, there are 4. 2 assimilators, a half-health gateway with half shields, mind you, and a cybernetics core.
But the Vikings are over here. He's going to force the Tempest to make a very... I don't know. He's got to make a really good decision right now. He needs to come back and defend his buildings.
Oh, my God. Okay, he has to come back.
Yeah, and I think he should be able to.
He should be able to defend this, no problem. The Marines are coming across the map now. He has to just leave with these. I don't think 6 Marines and 2 Vikings could kill the Tempest. I just don't think it's possible. The Tempest has...
Unless the Tempests are just sitting under there. Even so, maybe even not.
Tempest has 450 hit points. I mean, 300 plus 150 shields. All he has to do is just kite, basically. It has the biggest range of any unit in the game. Flash is hoping that he's just going to move his Tempest far out of position, and then he can come in and kill his buildings.
He is. He's splitting up the Tempest now.
No, 6 Marines and 2 Vikings can kill 1 Tempest alone. That is for sure. And he knows where this one is because it's chasing the factory. This game could go on for quite some time, actually.
Tell your friends about this.
This
Get
is
him in
insane.
the stream.
Okay,
there was 1 Marine over there. Maybe he forgot about that guy.
Yeah, maybe so.
There's no mining. He didn't just make that. It's been 2 and 6 for a while now.
It's coming to join up now. Might be able to use one of his buildings to tank a shot while he stims in to try to kill it. Total hit points of all the structures in the base of Classic is full health, cybernetics core, and 2 assimilators. That's all he's got left. But that's not. He doesn't have enough units to kill that before the Tempest could actually kill his units. So he has to hope to kill the Tempest. That's his only hope here. And he's going to have a lot of time to figure out a way to do that with all these buildings he has left.
That or, hope that Classic gets totally out of position, which he's not. He's keeping one Tempest out to do the damage and poke at the buildings slowly, and then the other one is sticking really close to the main base.
Yeah. I think Classic has this game won. It's only... Flash is just going to stay in it because he knows that if Classic makes a huge mistake, he can win. So
Still possible.
So all that Classic needs to do, I feel, is just simply keep his Tempest together. Although I'm actually thinking about another possibility now too, though. When he goes to kill the buildings to the north in Flash's main base, if Flash hides his units and the Tempest start killing the units in the main, he will have enough time. The Tempest won't be able to get back in time. I think that's the only way Flash can win this game, is if when Classic goes to kill those buildings in the north, he runs his units in that he has hidden and lands the Vikings and tries to kill those Protoss buildings. I don't think that Flash, or rather that Classic, can come back in time.
Yeah. I think you're very right.
I think that's the only way he can win this game.
I don't think this is decided right now, and I don't think Flash is as behind. I think he definitely still has a chance here.
Yeah.
He's going to try to keep 1 Tempest at home, and now Flash has grouped up his units. Maybe try to go for a snipe on one of the Tempests. Looks like he's edging towards that main base.
Yeah. I think he's going to try to snipe a Tempest. The problem is he has to fight the Tempest when it's not over the lava.
Tempest is coming back.
Okay. Okay, he moves away, though. Oh, my God.
Has spotted the units. That was
now
so close.
The second Tempest is coming, though. They might get sandwiched here. These units.
Quite possibly. It has been spotted.
It's been spotted. He stims. He goes for it. This is his moment. Will he take it? And now while he targets the Marines, it doesn't do enough single target damage. He targets the Viking. The Marines live. Is he going to get that Tempest? He is going to kill the Tempest. And the Viking lives. That is so important right now. Now, I don't think that Classic can win this game. This game might be decided by a stalemate now because he can't. If he just camps and defends his buildings, Flash can never kill him. I don't think with this unit composition anymore.
Yeah,
but
I don't think
now Classic can't kill him. I think it's a stalemate. It will be a tie.
I think you're right. I think it has to be.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. He was so indecisive with his Tempest. If he targets the Marines, they do so much damage, but then he loses the DPS on the Vikings, so he targets some of the Marines and switched to the Viking at the last second, and that was what allowed him to kill the Tempest. Flash just simply needs to keep his units ready for the run-in and avoid the Tempest. The way that Classic wins this game now is by killing these Marines. Like, if he actually ends up killing the Marines one by one, then he can win the game.
And he can, and I think he'll still stay in this game. He's going to break down those back rocks.
That means that he knows the one location that Flash can attack is this ramp, and I think he's actually wanting the stalemate here. I think he wants the stalemate. He's just going to camp this, and Flash is not going to leave. Flash is going to see the Tempest is there with one of his buildings, and then he's never going to attack, and then that's when this is going to become a stalemate. If these two players make the perfect decisions, that should be what happens in the next few moments.
I don't know. I think Classic can maybe target down the Marines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually win the fight. That one Viking also is on like 0 health.
But the thing is, he has to find them. And the Marines can't stim. They don't have any health to stim.
Yeah.
So
he's just going to sit there and wait.
And Flash is never, ever, ever going to go there. He's never going to go there. And if he goes to kill the buildings to the north with that Tempest, Flash will be able to kill his buildings as long as Flash doesn't lose his units. So he's just going to run away. He has the watchtower and he has buildings enough to spot this. This game is a stalemate. It's already decided. Both players have already accepted it, and a referee's going to have to go in there soon to you know, ask them if they are going to accept the stalemate, because this game is not going to end. Oh, this game is so fun though. I love this game so much.
Insane, man. Classic is going to come out here and poke at the buildings that are coming into scouts.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure the Tempest is here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is Flash going to attack? It's not a winnable situation if he attacks.
No, I highly doubt he will. I think he knows at this point.
I would type PP right now if I were either of these players. I think they definitely know that. I don't know if that's allowed, if you can pause to ask for a stalemate. That might be against the rules, but the observer is the one who normally does that.
Yeah.
This game should certainly be a stalemate, though. Oh my God, one other thing to consider, though. Well, if he tried to stay in the middle of the map, eventually, like, take one shot, then already immediately head back, he might be able to trap those units in there. You could try to bait the units to go in there, and then as soon as he sees they're there, run back and kill them, because if Flash decides to go in there and he does a little bit of damage, and the shields will regenerate, right? But if Classic is like doing a little bit of damage to his buildings, those shields will never regenerate. So eventually the Terran buildings will run out of health if they repeatedly did this. But they would. Okay, there it is.
Game paused.
Yeah.
Stalemate.
As long as either player just defends, you know, that's the way these guys win, by defending, and that's why we're gonna have this stalemate situation. I don't think either player is gonna say, no, I think I can win this game.
Yeah. Well, they've clearly shown in their movements on the map that they know this is a stalemate.
Yeah. What an insane game.
Wow.
This map is producing some crazy stuff already.
It's so awesome. It's a great map for Tempest because there's so many areas where the Tempest can fly over an expanse, which is why I feel that build that we saw Maru do on the map with the Vikings is a smart build for the map as well. You can escape over these holes on the map, these crevasses, these ramps. This map is filled with things for Vikings and flying units to fly over. And I think Colossi, for that reason, are really weak on this map. I said that right before we went into this game briefly because the Vikings can hit the Colossi for free and then escape over these hills, these crevasses, these ramps. And so I think it's a good choice to use an air build like this and also avoid going to that late game, avoid that Colossus game.
Just go for the Roddy build. You know, when you're not sure about the map, you just do the Roddy build. It's fine.
What if he does it again in the rematch?
It's a possibility. And I think it may just turn out the same way. You know, even if Flash does the same build, he's like, no, I'm not going to try to go for the panel. I'll just go for your base. And then you get the same kind of trading situation, and maybe we even have the same thing happen again. It could happen.
The situation we had with Flash there was, like, if we want to think about it, like, super technically, right? Like, the way that he would have wanted to play that game was actually kill those buildings first before he came back. He hesitated a little bit. He also didn't use his CC. His CC just was flying, and then it eventually died. He had 2 mules he could have dropped and could have been mining. If the Tempest target those down, then
could have gotten like a decent amount more
maybe like
Marines.
5 more Marines.
Yeah,
and that would have been able to at least handily kill the first Tempest.
It's not like he was like flying faster than the Tempest. You know, he was just buying time, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter.
All right, the tablet man will give the official announcement. Let's see what he has to say.
네, 안녕하십니까. 한국 e스포츠협회 유동구입니다. 네, 현재
Hello, I'm
양
the
선수
head of
모두
KeSPA's
경기에
referees.
속행하는 의사가 없기 때문에
Both players
재경기 진행하도록
agreed
하겠습니다.
to a
감사합니다.
stalemate. We will rematch the game.
네, 결국
There you go.
이렇게 됐네요.
All right. The chat, in the chat, they had the official announcement to the players that he's going to be remaking the game. So I have to leave it.
What a crazy game, man.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to actually have a 5-minute break, and when we come back, we'll get back to this game.